Get down, get down. That's the open bar with Slick back behind the wood, making them nice and stiff for you. Your friend of the friendless, brother from the gutter, back in day 5 of the government shutdown. But hey, we've got more important things to talk about, like, for instance, the Rolling Stones re-releasing the Black and Blue album, a special edition. It's the anniversary edition, 1976. Black and Blue was released, one of the underrated albums from the Stones. I think one of the best albums. It was the first album that Ron Wood appeared on. Ronnie Wood just joined the Stones. He said, and I quote, "I was like a new boy at school, but it felt right straight away." So I've got an old beat-up copy of that album. I have it on CD as well. And I think I'm going to get the vinyl anniversary album just because it is one of my very favorite Stones album. And there's many. But that's right up near the top. So it's come to this. Sunday Night Football tonight. The Bills getting it on against the New England Patriots in prime time on Color TV. That's right. Tonight at 8:15, the Bills are 8-point favorites. They are 21-8 in primetime games since 2018, which is number 2 in the NFL since 2018. That's right. Eat our shorts. Eat our dust, you banana head scum-sucking New England Patriot fans. Also, the Bills have won 14 straight at home going back to 2023. So this is not going to be a walk in the park for the Patriots. But you know, Stephon Diggs, that's right, Diggsy and Matt Collins, the barefooted Matt Collins, 2 former Bills wide receivers who were pretty good when they played here. They are back, and I'm sure they're going to want revenge in this game. They're going to want to prove that they can still ball. They've got a young quarterback, a young gunslinger there named Drake May, who is had a pretty good season so far. He's ranked, I think, his quarterback rating is almost identical to Josh Allen's. He's completing 70-some-odd% of his passes. Of course, they haven't played anybody really good, but they're 2-2. And the kid's got potential. It looks like they may have found their franchise quarterback there. So, yeah, they'll be trying their best to beat the champ tonight. Who the fuck am I? Chuck Healy? Beat the champ. I'm showing my age.
You gotta be a football hero to get along with the beautiful girl.
Oh, so true. And right now, let's get an injury update for tonight's game. Yeah. Some major bummers in the injury department. Well, there's one major bummer, and that is rookie cornerback Dorian Strong is out with a neck injury. As a matter of fact, they put him on IR. And, of course, last week he was splitting time with Tre'Davious White. So we're getting a little thin there at cornerback. Also, Dorian Williams will not play, evidently. He's got a bad knee. Rookie TJ Sanders, also with a knee, did not practice. The good news is Jimmy Charlo. You remember that kid that made the big hit in preseason on the, I think it was a kickoff or a punt return? Just flattened that dude. And everybody likes Jimmy Charlo. He got a tryout with the Patriots and the Giants, and they did not keep him. And the Bills called him up after he got cut, and they said, come on in for a tryout. And he ended up getting on the practice squad. So now he's been activated. Yeah. He has been activated for the 53-man roster, Jimmy Charlo. I like that kid. See what he can do. Also, Milano, Oliver, and Spencer Brown did some limited practice on Friday, or they were supposed to. So they're trending up. McDermott says they all did good things in practice, but it's day-to-day. So, maybe we'll get somebody, one or two of those guys back, hopefully on Sunday. And the Bills are going to be styling their new cold front threads. The whiteout, whatever the hell, what are they calling it? The cold front uniforms feature a chrome buffalo on the sleeve, and they've got a frosty look to them. There are no red anywhere on these uniforms, which I like red, okay? But so it's just kind of white and chrome and some light blue, kind of a blizzardy, frosty look. They call it the rivalry uniform. I don't know. I like the old throwback. My favorite is the old throwback uniform with the standing red buffalo. That to me that's the tits. That's the best. They haven't worn that in a while, come to think of it. So, yeah, it's going to be the cold front uniform tonight as the Bills take on the Patriots. Defensively, the Patriots have been kind of up and down. So, who knows what to expect. But they do have, it looks like the offense is further along right now than the Patriots' defense is. Although they do have some good, players on defense, especially in the defensive line. So we'll see what gives. We'll see what happens. All right? Some people are saying this is going to be a tough game. The Slick One's prediction. Are you ready for this? Slick One's prediction is the Bills 31, the Pats 28. Why? Because we have Josh fucking Allen. That's why.
You're goddamn right.
And it's once again time for our new feature, checking the Cumulus Broadcasting stock price. And it looks as though the closing bell says the Cumulus stock price currently is at, are you ready for this? A whopping 14 cents a share. Hey, wait till I own the company. Let me tell you, heads will roll. Heads will roll. And now it's time for another
They're eating the dog
news update. Yeah, just another insane week in eating the dog news with Trump. The guy, you can't say that he's not a total train wreck. You know what I mean? You can say a lot of things about Trump, but you can't say that he's not a total off-the-reservation lunatic. Did you see the insane, full-frontal, in-your-face fascist military meeting he had with all the admirals and generals in the United States military? They called in these people, which is dangerous, from all over the world, right? Cost millions of dollars to bring him in, plus to have all your top brass, all your generals and admirals gathered in one place is crazy because, and then they announced it ahead of time. So any terrorist or whatever could have, with bad intentions could have, possibly knocked them off. But in any event, so these people had to fly in, these generals and admirals, and sit there and listen to a couple of lunatics like Pete Hegseth and Donald the Draft Dodger Trump sit there and lecture them about, crazy shit. Like Trump is talking about that we should use the military. The military should train in American cities, right? And then he's talking about the enemy from within, which is basically anybody that's not on his team is the enemy from within, or any civil disturbance. This is scary shit. Anybody that doesn't see where this is heading, this is authoritarianism 101. You use the military against people. And you go after the immigrants at first. But then, after that, you get people used to it. Little by little by little by little until it's all eaten away. Then you start sending them after your enemies, like he did with the FCC. So he is creating his own deep state, Donald Trump, and it's not a good thing. And these people, these military people, these professionals have to sit there and listen to some guy that thinks that they should pledge allegiance to him instead of the Constitution, which, of course, they took an oath to defend the United States Constitution, not to be Donald Trump's personal Gestapo, which is what ICE is right now. So that's not enough. Now he wants to take over the military. You watch. What he'll do is around election time, he'll put in the National Guard. He'll put him in some cities and where he may have lost, and he'll say it was rigged, and people will get upset and they'll protest, and then he'll have the National Guard there to create a big disturbance, and then he can, do martial law, which I'm sure is a fantasy of his. So, I mean, this is just creepy. To use the United States military in cities, American cities. This is not what they signed up for. They signed up to kill bad guys in foreign lands, not to police American cities. And if he was that, and this is Trump just trying to, it's a power grab for him. This has nothing to do with crime in the cities. If he truly and sincerely wanted to stop crime in the big cities, he would have done what Bill Clinton did. Hey, here's some government funding. Clinton put another 100,000 cops on the streets of the United States. That's what you do. You don't put the army in there. You don't put the National Guard in there unless your intentions are, maybe you want to be the next Vladimir Putin. The enemy from within. Yeah, that's us. That's anybody that isn't a Trump humper. You're the enemy from within. And I just hope all these people realize that all this shit Trump is doing. Imagine if Obama had done this, or Biden. Imagine how the right would be, the conservatives, the Republicans, the MAGA humpers. Imagine how they would feel if Biden or Obama said, you know what, I'm going to send the military to Alabama because I don't like you people. And by the way, you had a storm? Fuck you. We're not going to send you any help. And did you see what he did with New York City? He reversed himself within 24 hours. He took away funding, millions of dollars for New York City for their anti-terrorism unit that they have. He's going to pull that money. He threatened to do it, and then there was an outcry, a bipartisan outcry, and he reversed it. Yeah, what if he did that and got away with it, and then New York City gets attacked, because they're one of the places that is ripe for terrorism, and he's going to take the money away because what? Because they didn't vote for him? I mean, this guy is not fit to be president. He doesn't have the temperament. He doesn't have the fucking brains. He doesn't have the leadership. He's not a leader. I mean, when you're president, you're supposed to be president of the whole country, not just the fucking people that voted for you. And then they say, the country's divided. Well, Donald Trump isn't helping it any, is he? He saw that the country was divided, and instead of trying to unite the country, he drove a stake through the fucking heart. I mean, just trying to fuck over blue states, take money away from them. I mean, this is unprecedented. This has never been done before. Most of the shit he's doing has never been done before. I mean, the guy has broken every fucking norm. The Constitution, to a certain degree, depends on having fucking normal people in office, not having megalomaniacs like Donald Trump in office. So he's bending every fucking rule, breaking every fucking rule that he can. And so far, the jack-offs in the Supreme Court are letting him get away with this shit. The lower courts have tried to stop him. So then he tells the generals about the enemy from within. And while he's telling them about the enemy from within, he says, but this won't happen when you're in charge. Wink, wink. So, yeah, I mean, he wants the military to crack skulls on our citizens. This is about as un-American as you can get. This is straight out of the Dictator 101 playbook. And people get upset. Well, you're calling him a dictator, an authoritarian, and a fascist. Well, that's because that's what he's acting like. That's what he's doing. You didn't see any other presidents do any of this shit. It's all a power grab. Trying to silence critics, defunding NPR, PBS, The Voice of America. He didn't like the way they reported about him because they told the truth. He doesn't like mainstream media because they tell that they report the truth, and he's got them all scared. They don't want to say anything about it. Law firms he's intimidating, universities and colleges he's threatening to take money away that don't do exactly what he says. I mean, he thinks he's the fucking boss of everybody. He's a fucking lunatic. He's unhinged. And the governor from Illinois said it best. He said that they should use the 25th Amendment. Governor Pritzker, he said Trump is not well. He said he's suggesting Chicago should be used for military training grounds. And Pritzker was quoted as saying, "There's something genuinely wrong with this man." And to that I say, yes, evidently. Evidently, there's something wrong with him. And I guess they raided an apartment building in Chicago, set off flash bombs. They were taking kids out, little kids out in fucking with their with twist ties on. I mean, what the fuck? This is like what the Nazis did to the Jews, coming in the middle of the night, taking people away. And then if you ask if they have a warrant, they arrest you anyways with their mask on. I mean, this shit is fucking way out of line. This is way out of line. Can you imagine 3 more years of this shit? There won't be a country left.
This man is a true psychopath.
And so we are in day 5 now of the government shutdown. The government has been shut down for 5 days now, because the Dems, they want the Obamacare tax credits extended. Affordable Care Act, the ACA, a.k.a. Obamacare, which the Republicans, if you remember, they voted 70 times to defund it in the past. So now, with Project 2025, this is his joke. Remember when Trump was running for office? He's like, oh, Project 2025, I don't even know what that is. I haven't even read it. I haven't even looked at it. Then he becomes president, and he puts in all these fucking people that authored it, like the budget. The guy that's in charge of the budget, I can't think of the asshole's name right now, but he was one of the authors of Project 2025. So was the dude in charge that he put in charge of the FCC. And he's threatening now that he will cut Democratic programs. They will cut more government jobs. Now, usually when there's a government shutdown, workers are furloughed, except for ones that can't be furloughed, like air traffic controllers. I mean, they got to show up for work, whether they get paid or not. Even though they're not getting paid, they got to show up. The other workers are furloughed, and then they get their pay when they come back to work when the shutdown is over with. Well, Trump, of course, wants to do something unprecedented, and that is take the opportunity to fire more government workers. I mean, he's already, him and Elon Musk have already wrecked most of the departments and gotten rid of most of the experience and expertise that we have in these government programs, gotten rid of all the professionals and, cut these departments down to nothing, basically, to the point where they can't even be effective. And, of course, he's also put in a lot of sycophants, ass kissers into these jobs. He's doing the same thing with the FBI. You name the department, he's done. He's wrecked it. Him and Doge, him and fucking Elon Musk, who I think is about as popular as a turd in a punch bowl. Elon Musk, I think a turd in a punch bowl actually may be more popular, as a matter of fact, than Elon Musk. I mean, so now he's threatening that, and as far as the tax subsidies for the Affordable Care Act goes, if these subsidies, they're set to expire, and the Republicans are saying, oh, listen, we'll talk about it down the road. That's bullshit. You can't trust these fucking people. They voted to do away with it 70 fucking times. We'll talk about it down the road. And what the Democrats are saying is this expires in January or December, and the health insurance companies are starting to set their rates right now. So they have to be put back right now. If they're not, then millions of Americans' health insurance will double. In many cases, go even higher. And, of course, they're saying that it's for illegal aliens, which is a crock of bullshit. Okay, that's it. Under the law, illegal aliens, illegal immigrants, whatever you want to call them, they do not qualify for the Affordable Care Act. So that's been debunked. 78% of Americans, 78% say they should extend the enhanced tax credits for the Affordable Care Act. Even, get this, 50% of MAGA wants them extended. That's right. MAGA loves those Democratic safety net programs. They vote based on racism and religion, but they love those Democratic programs that help them pay the rent. They don't want to get rid of those. Well, unfortunately, you vote for a party that wants to put it up your ass sideways. So, yeah, look at all the cuts they're putting to Medicaid, right? And now they want to fuck over the Affordable Care Act. So I applaud the Democrats for standing up to them and saying, we're not going to vote for your shit, your shitty bill with all the shit you've done, unless you give us something back in return. So let's extend those tax credits. There's Republicans that will be hurt by this, as there are conservatives and Trump voters that will be hurt by the Medicaid cuts. So fuck them. They don't want to, Trump is going to be blamed for this. This is going to be on him. And I read something the other day, and they said, what could finally end the shutdown are the air traffic controllers, because that's what happened last time. Once they start calling in sick in a couple, now don't forget, we're already understaffed with air traffic controllers. They're already working 60-hour weeks, and they're stressed out like a motherfucker, right? Now, once they start calling in sick, you're going to see airports with backlogs of flights and chaos and near misses like we've already had, and that's gonna put a lot of heat on Trump, and I think he will cave in the end. At least that's my prediction. But a lot of it goes a lot of this is how you frame it, and the Democrats are notoriously not good at framing things. They're really not. But I mean, it should be an easy one. This guy is taking away your fucking health care.
Socially, he fits in somewhere between a hooker and a bartender.
So, getting back to the ACA, it's a good thing to stand up for. 92% of Democrats and 82% of independents want to see these tax breaks extended so that their health insurance doesn't go through the fucking roof. And like I said earlier, 57% of MAGA. So these are dark times, my friends. What did good old Ben Franklin say? You have a republic if you can keep it, at the 1787 Constitutional Convention in Philly. And I'm guessing that's before the Eagles were Super Bowl champions.
You're part of a league of morons.
All right, on that note, I'm going to bow out. Listen, don't forget, the Slick's Open Bar is streaming all over the place. You can get it. You can listen to it on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Amazon, iHeart, YouTube. And as always, thanks to Julia and the fine folks at Lakewood Studios for helping get this podcast started. All right, until next time, circle the wagons, weed, whiskey, and Warren Zevon. Go Bills, kick it high.
Hail to the king, baby.